Today, we are reviewing the Trust, and it's the shittest thing I think I've ever seen, made out of this horrible plastic that feels like you could, yeah, look at that, I can indent it. Oh my god, this is just, it's just, right? But this is what you guys want. You want me to review cheaper stuff because I keep reviewing stuff that you guys say you can't afford. So this, I can't remember the price. I promise you it was below 20 quid because I wouldn't have paid anything more than that for this because it's just a pile of dog. They sound like, and you've probably done this, don't like, you know when you shout down the Pringles can to your dog, like, ooh, you know what I mean, right? That's what these sound like. These sound like Pringle cans shouting, and all that does is add mud to it, so they sound bigger, even though they're not. Let me show you what they sound like naturally.
Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one.
They just sound like no bass, no lows, no nothing. Nothing at all. It's all high end. And all this does is add mud.
I wanna burn all the bridges between us.
That's what that's for.
I can't focus. I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head.
You can see why they don't sell just them as their own unit, because just those, I think my phone speaker has more bass. They are absolutely terrible. In fact, I will 100% say my phone speaker has more bass, because you can actually hear the frequencies. Although they're not very present, you can hear them. With these, they're just not there. No, they're not there. It's not like, oh, well, you can't hear them. It's like, but they're not there. You know what I mean? Something I forgot to do was set my ring light up today. And I didn't want to because it's really sunny outside and I'm already sweating and this ring light gets really warm. But I know you guys can't see otherwise. So we'll do that. There you go. Now you can see the shit I'm seeing. Poor you. I don't really have words for these, man. These are just like... What they look like is exactly what they sound like. They're cheap pieces of little shit. They sound horrible. But I have been impressed by some of the speakers I've picked from this bunch. I ordered about 10, 15 different pairs of really cheap speakers, and some of them I would actually recommend. These are definitely not those, but if you check out the previous videos, one of those I promise you I will recommend, and there's one coming up that I'm going to recommend as well, because I've been listening to it on my own, just have them set up here. I'm thinking, oh wow, these aren't actually terrible. You know, if you was just doing editing, like fucking a YouTube video, if they do everything you need, it's not like they're monitors at all, but they do enough that you would be, if you don't care about audio, which I'm guessing you don't really give too many fucks if you're buying stuff like this, then yeah, it will do the job, and it will do it well, but it's not perfect. These, on the other hand, just get your phone and get someone else's phone, stick them in a cup and sit them each here. You'll get more frequency response from that than you will from these. And that's not a joke, that's dead serious. I'm sorry, but how are they allowed to sell something? They're advertised as speakers. They're not speakers. They're not even woofers, because they don't woof. They're like... It's like if you tried to... This is the best I could describe it. If you had a tweeter and you're pushing every frequency through it, if it didn't blow up, it would sound like this. They sound like tweeters being stressed out. No, that's not it. That sounds healthy. About there is where you can have it before they start distorting. Which, if you ask me, is pathetic. If you didn't hear what I said about there is where you can have it before they start distorting.
If I say goodbye, then make me alive, make me alive.
If your friend had a pair of these and you really wanted to piss him off, just steal that knob off his set, because then he can't turn the bass up and it will sound like shit. It sounds like a phone. God forbid your friend turns up with one of these, because you will end yourself. This is also a review I need to do. This will probably be done after these, because this is fucking fantastic and I appreciate everything it does for me. This is also good, but not as good. But these... whatever. It just sounds like pain. It's that's what it sounds like. It just sounds like pain. It's not having a good time, is it? And to be fair, neither am I, because they sound like... Is there a comparison? What if you put about 500 layers of bin bag over a loud pair of speakers? That's what these sound like. I hate this.
And you showed me what I could be.
Why have I done this to myself? Oh, God. And also, when you're not playing something, they have a really horrible hiss, as does all of the stuff I reviewed. Listen. So yeah, if you wanted to sit here and have your very own, oh, what are they called? Your very own static playing machine, sounds like an 80s TV that hasn't got a signal, just buy a set of 15 quid speakers, mate. And I'm sure, whatever Chinese market they came from, they've probably fitted this very premium feature of free static, as much as you like. And I know it's not the Focusrite, because that's one of the cleanest that thing's cleaner than me, mate. It's like, it is so fucking clean, it's unreal. So it's not that, it's something to do with these. And everything else I plug into it seems to have a really nice staticky horribleness. This is the box. The Trust. It's called the Trust because if you bought more than one of these, you're going to need a trust fund to help you out the hole you're currently in because you bought two shit pair of speakers and you've not got enough money to live on. Trust. Speaker set for PC and laptop. They're called the Zivas. Ziva, who got the keys to me speaker? It's what these are for, mate. Like, they're terrible. Why would you? And it says it has a frequency response of, I don't know if you guys have seen that, let me get it. A frequency response of 100 to 20k hertz. 100 hertz to 20k hertz. They're not even getting all the wub-wubs. They're missing all of the wub-wubs. How could you be so rude? 4 ohms. Is it fuck, mate? Is it fuck? Do you know what these sound like? If you took speakers out of any of these headphones, and you put them in one of these containers, mate, and you went, yeah, mate, fuck it, let's turn it up, and you go, boom. Yeah. Headphone speaker. That's what they say. It's just, why would you ever make a product like this and sell it? There's a picture on the side. It's the same as the one on the front. And that's about it, right? And it got red bottom and it got red side. I also have a red bottom because I currently have diarrhea. But the Trust Zivas, Ziva, or Ziva, who the fuck? Why do you call it a Ziva? What is a Ziva? Why? Well, it sounds like Mufasa's dad. Bro, who's Ziva? Why have you called it Ziva? I have a problem. Apparently they have 12 watts of power. No, they fucking don't. These probably have about 2, and that probably has about 4. It's just bigger. I wouldn't be surprised if they're the exact same driver on the back, except because that's got a larger cone, they're making it do lower frequencies. Because that's just what this shit's like. They have a volume and bass control, because you don't need treble with these, because it forces it at you. You don't need high end, you don't need mid-range, and you don't need any other fucking thing, because it just goes, nah, we didn't need them, mate, all you need is bass. So they cram bass at your face. We call this the bass box. Because that's what it does, it just gives you bass. But not really, because it only goes down to 100 hertz. You failed. You've got a bass knob. Technically, bass is sub. So sub frequencies are from anywhere between like probably 100 to probably about 0. 100 to 0, I'd say, is sub frequencies. If you have bass, you're indicating it does sub. This stops at 100 hertz. You liar, liar! Why have you done this? You piece of shit! Don't even look at me like that, mate. I'll dash you out the fucking window. Right. They have 400 different languages on the back, so no matter what you speak, they've got it here. They've probably got Braille somewhere as well. Yeah, that's what they are, mate. Apparently they're 12 watt speakers powered by USB. If you can power it by USB, they're not 12 watts, I can tell you that. Trust. You've just watched a review of a 15 quid pair of speakers that no one's ever going to buy, and if you have a pair of these, I suggest you evacuate the building and burn them when you get home. Yeah, thanks for watching. Why'd you do it to yourself? That's all I've got, mate. Bye!